Hey everyone, welcome to Knowledge Nitro, back with another video. Today, we're diving headfirst into a world of luxury most of us only dream about. Get ready, because we're about to experience life as a billionaire for one epic, insane day. We've got a budget of $100,000 to blow in the next 24 hours. That's right, $100,000 to live like the elite, the one-percenters, the kings and queens of the world. Our day begins with the purr of a sleek, black limousine. This isn't just any car. This is a chariot of luxury, complete with tinted windows and more leather than a cattle ranch. We're talking plush seats, champagne on ice, the works. This, my friends, is how we roll today. The limousine glides smoothly towards our first stop, a sprawling mansion nestled in the hills. As we approach the grand entrance, massive gates adorned with intricate designs swing open as if by magic. The driveway seems to stretch on forever, lined with perfectly manicured lawns and fountains that would make the Bellagio jealous. This isn't just a house, it's a statement. And for the next 24 hours, it's our playground. Stepping out of the limousine, I'm greeted by a sight that could make your jaw hit the floor. This mansion is straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. As I make my way through the grand entrance, the sheer scale of the place takes my breath away. The foyer alone is bigger than my entire apartment. A massive crystal chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, casting rainbows of light across the marble floors. Everywhere I look, I see intricate moldings, priceless artwork, and enough fresh flowers to fill a botanical garden. The air is filled with the subtle scent of sandalwood and citrus, a custom fragrance created exclusively for this home. This isn't just about money. It's about creating an experience, a symphony of luxury that envelops you from the moment you step inside. And speaking of experiences, let's just say I'm about to have more than a few in this palace. This isn't just a house. It's a playground for the ultra-wealthy. We're talking a home theater that puts any multiplex to shame, complete with plush reclining seats and a popcorn machine. Then there's the game room, a haven for entertainment with a full-size bowling alley, a billiards table that looks like it's made of solid gold, and enough arcade games to keep you entertained for a lifetime. Downstairs, we've got a fully equipped spa with a sauna, steam room, and a massage table just begging for me to lie down and let all my worries melt away. And for the fitness enthusiast, there's a state-of-the-art gym that would make any professional athlete drool. And let's not forget the crown jewel of this estate, the outdoor oasis. We're talking a sparkling infinity pool that seems to stretch out into the horizon, a hot tub big enough for a party of 10, and a meticulously landscaped garden. Now, you can't have a mansion like this without an army of staff to keep everything running smoothly. And let me tell you, the staff here are incredible. From the moment I arrived, I've been treated like royalty. There's a personal chef on hand 24/7, ready to whip up anything my heart desires. And the housekeepers? They're like ninjas, silently making sure every corner of this place is spotless without me even noticing. Need a ride somewhere? No problem. There's a chauffeur waiting on standby to whisk me away in a luxury vehicle. And if I need anything at all I have to do is ask my personal concierge, who seems to have an answer for everything. It's a strange feeling being waited on hand and foot like this, but I've got to admit, it's pretty amazing. It's like living in a 5-star hotel, but even better because I have the entire place to myself. As the sun peeked over the horizon, I was gently roused from my slumber by the gentle chirping of birdsong outside my window. Stepping out onto the sun-drenched terrace, I was greeted by a sight that could make even the most jaded foodie weak in the knees. My personal chef had outdone himself. There were fluffy pancakes drizzled with real maple syrup and topped with fresh berries. And the first bite? Pure heaven on a plate. As I indulged in this culinary symphony, I couldn't help but soak up the ambiance. The gentle breeze carried the scent of blooming jasmine, the birds sang a sweet melody in the trees, and the sun warmed my skin like a gentle caress. Taking a sip of my freshly squeezed orange juice, I gazed out over the sprawling grounds of the estate. The infinity pool sparkled invitingly in the morning light. It was a moment of pure bliss, a chance to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and simply enjoy the finer things in life. No emails to answer, no deadlines to meet, no traffic to battle. Just me, my gourmet breakfast, and the breathtaking beauty of my surroundings. And as I savored each bite of my meal, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of an extraordinary day. After all, I had 24 hours to live like a billionaire, and I was determined to make the most of every single second. After the culinary symphony that was breakfast, I decided it was time to soak up some sun and enjoy the mansion's incredible outdoor space. I'm talking about an infinity pool that seemed to stretch on forever, crystal clear water sparkling under the California sun. As I made my way down to the pool, a team of attentive staff members materialized, as if by magic. They laid out a plush towel on a sun lounger perfectly positioned to catch the rays. Slipping into the cool, inviting water was pure bliss. I floated on my back, gazing up at the cloudless sky, and let all my worries melt away. The sun warmed my skin, the gentle breeze whispered through the palm trees, and the only sound was the soft splashing of the water. After a while, I discovered a hidden grotto tucked away behind a waterfall, complete with a bubbling jacuzzi and a swim-up bar. Feeling refreshed and invigorated from my time by the pool, I decided it was time for some indoor entertainment. I headed down to the mansion's private bowling alley, a masterpiece of design and technology. The lanes were polished to a gleam. The bowling balls were custom-made with my initials engraved on them, and the automatic scoring system was state-of-the-art. After a few rounds of bowling, I was ready for some serious relaxation. I made my way to the mansion's spa, a sanctuary of tranquility and rejuvenation. The air was thick with the scent of aromatherapy oils, soft music played in the background, and the lighting was dim and soothing. I indulged in a full-body massage, expertly delivered by a skilled therapist who kneaded away all the tension in my muscles. By the time I emerged from the spa, I felt like a new man. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the mansion, I knew it was time for the evening's entertainment. And tonight's entertainment was not your average night in. We're talking about a private concert, right here in the mansion's very own concert hall. The stage was set, the lights were dimmed, and a hush fell over the audience as the musicians took their places. And these weren't just any musicians. This was a world-renowned orchestra, flown in especially for this occasion. The first notes of music filled the air, washing over me like a warm wave. The acoustics in the hall were incredible, every note crystal clear and perfectly balanced. I closed my eyes, surrendering to the power of the music, and let it transport me to another world. We were treated to a selection of classical masterpieces, each one more breathtaking than the last. It was an experience I would never forget. As the final chords of the concert faded away and the applause died down, I knew it was time for the next chapter of my billionaire adventure. And this chapter involved taking to the skies, not in some cramped commercial airliner, but in a sleek, private jet. We were whisked away from the mansion in a convoy of black SUVs. Our destination, a private airport nestled discreetly away from the hustle and bustle of LAX. As we approached the hangar, the sleek silhouette of our chariot awaited, its polished chrome gleaming under the hangar lights. This wasn't just any plane. This was a masterpiece of engineering and design, a symphony of leather, chrome, and cutting-edge technology. As I boarded the plane, I was greeted by a flight attendant with a warm smile and a glass of champagne. "Welcome aboard, sir," she said. "Your journey to paradise awaits." As we roared down the runway and soared into the night sky, I couldn't help but feel a surge of exhilaration. The city lights twinkled below us like a sea of stars. The cabin of the jet was a haven of luxury and tranquility. The hum of the engines was barely audible above the soft jazz music playing through the surround sound system. We were treated to a gourmet meal prepared by a Michelin star chef, each course paired perfectly with a selection of fine wines. The service was impeccable, attentive without being intrusive, anticipating our needs before we even knew we had them. After dinner, I sank into my plush leather seat, adjusted the massage settings, and gazed out the window at the moonlit clouds drifting by. This, I thought to myself, is the life. No screaming babies, no cramped seats, no TSA pat-downs. Just pure, unadulterated luxury. And the best part? This was just the beginning of our journey. Our destination, a private island paradise, waiting to be explored. After what felt like a luxurious blink of an eye, we began our descent towards our final destination. Peering out the window, I could see it, an emerald green jewel, fringed by white sand beaches, rising out of the azure ocean like a mirage. As we got closer, the details sharpened. Swaying palm trees, crystal clear water, and a cluster of charming villas nestled amongst the lush vegetation. Touching down on the island's private airstrip felt surreal, like stepping into a postcard. The air was thick with the scent of tropical flowers and salt spray. Awaiting our arrival was a small group of smiling faces, ready to whisk us away to our home for the next 24 hours. Here, it was all about barefoot luxury and laid-back charm. A golf cart, customized with our names and stocked with chilled drinks, was ready to transport us across the island. As we bumped along the sandy paths, I couldn't wipe the grin off my face. This was paradise found. The island was ours to explore, a playground of natural wonders and luxurious amenities. After settling into our beachfront villa, I couldn't resist the call of the ocean. Grabbing the provided snorkeling gear, I waded into the warm, inviting water. Schools of colorful fish darted around me as I explored the vibrant coral reefs just offshore. Giant sea turtles glided effortlessly through the crystal-clear water, their ancient eyes seeming to hold centuries of wisdom. Back on land, a feast awaited. A private barbecue had been set up on the beach, complete with a personal chef grilling up fresh seafood and local delicacies. The aroma of grilled lobster and sizzling pineapple filled the air, mingling with the salty tang of the ocean breeze. Sunset Serenity. As the day drew to a close, we found ourselves back at the beach. The sky transformed into a canvas of fiery hues as the sun dipped below the horizon. The gentle lapping of the waves provided a soothing soundtrack. We sipped on cocktails, our toes in the warm sand, watching the sky transition. Stars emerged, twinkling in the velvet darkness. Surrounded by nature's beauty, I felt a sense of tranquility, a night to remember. As darkness settled over the island, the sky transformed into a canvas of twinkling stars. The gentle sea breeze carried whispers of excitement. We were whisked away on a torchlit pathway to a secluded part of the island. Emerging from the path, I gasped. A pristine stretch of beach had been transformed into an enchanting haven. Dozens of flickering candles illuminated an elegant dining area set for two. Fine china shimmered under the starlight, and a magnificent ice sculpture sparkled. The air buzzed with anticipation, filled with the scent of exotic flowers and the ocean breeze. The meal was a masterpiece, crafted by a private chef. Live music, soft and melodic, enhanced the magic of the evening. Under the starlit sky, I raised a toast to the moments that take our breath away. Reflections on luxury. As I boarded the private jet, the island paradise shrinking behind me, a wave of mixed emotions washed over me. Was this truly living? The experience was incredible, a testament to wealth and living on your own terms. But amidst the grandeur, I found joy in simple pleasures, the sun on my skin, laughter over a meal, and nature's beauty. True luxury is the freedom to choose, the people you surround yourself with, and moments that make your heart sing. It's about joy in the everyday, regardless of our bank account balance. Living like a billionaire was unforgettable, but true wealth lies in who we are. Like, follow, share, and subscribe Knowledge Nitro channel.